I'm confused.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D coming at you with another episode of the A Experience. I got another review for all of y'all. I didn't really go to the movies this weekend because there wasn't really anything out. You had, was it the 15, 17 to Paris, but then I saw that movie was only an hour and a half long. And though I have Movie Pass and it would not really cost me anything, I just couldn't make myself get out, especially the weather was real bad yesterday here in Baltimore. So I couldn't make myself get out and go out and see that. But I probably will see that at some point. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out next week. Oh, thank God, please let the movie start getting good. Because we got Black Panther next week, and I'm hearing great things about that. On the other hand, I did watch something that premiered after the Super Bowl last Sunday, we'll say. I'm doing something new this week, so it came from Netflix. Netflix. I gotta figure out how to do the echo thing. I watched the Cloverfield Paradox. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm one of them rare people that actually like the original Cloverfield. I like the found footage style they did with it. I usually don't like found footage movies, but I like the original Cloverfield. I haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane yet, but this one was supposed to explain a little bit about that one and the first Cloverfield as well. So I was intrigued as to what it did. And first off, let me say, it's not that it's bad. A lot of people said it was bad, it was horrible. It wasn't that it was bad to me, it's that it was stupid. Like, okay, the characters in it are stupid to me. Like, they do stupid things and stuff happens that nobody even asks any questions. They're like, okay, that makes sense, and they just go with it. And it kind of just suspends your disbelief. And plus, they try to shoehorn the whole Cloverfield thing into it. A friend of mine told me after the fact, which I kind of picked up while watching the movie, that this was another movie called The God Particle. And if a lot of you don't know, quick science lesson for you. They have the Boson collider, I think it's in Sweden, that they've been using trying to make this particle. And a lot of people have said that this is the particle that exploded to create the universe. And a lot of people have feared that by them messing with this and turning this thing on, it's decreased the life of the universe and it's going to blow up the earth. And some people even say it's going to release demons and monsters. And they actually put this in the movie. And had it just focused and been this sci-fi movie about what this particle was going to do, it was fine. But they tried to shoehorn the whole Cloverfield thing into it and answer questions from the first two movies that you were sitting there wondering, like, why? And then the first hour is a good setup, but there are scenes where like the characters don't say anything; they're just kind of looking at the camera, and you're like, did they forget to write lines here? I don't know. The special effects were great, and I love sci-fi movies. This took a lot from um, Event Horizon and Alien. There's some scenes that like stuff popping out of the chest, just like in Alien, but then things would just magically appear, and then they had this like swerve at the end, and it's then by the end of the movie it started looking like Armageddon. Characters are dying left and right and left and right, and they're still trying to get back home. Sorry, spoilers. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, but they're trying to get home, and at some point you just got the ship is half destroyed. Almost everybody's dead, and you're like, okay, we just gotta abandon ship at this point. And then they swerve it and include this villain in the movie, and you're like, why? That was stupid. And at the end, they showed this one part, and it tried to fit in the Cloverfield, and I was sitting there like, that made no sense. I was legitimately confused at the end of the movie. I was like, wait, none of this stuff y'all are saying of this even had anything to do in the original Cloverfield that I can remember. Like, there's this energy crisis, and I don't even remember there being an energy crisis in the original. So this one is kind of like, if you want to sit there and watch it as a comedy and just laugh at it, go right ahead. But if you're like a true Cloverfield fan, you probably picked up on way more than I did. Like, if you love Cloverfield and Cloverfield Lane, you'll probably like this movie. And I heard they're actually making a fourth one that's taking place in World War II. It's supposed to come out in November. So this movie would have been all right. It would have been average, maybe meh, if they just had made it the God Particle movie. If they had just stuck to something else and tried to do make it its own thing, but trying to shoehorn it into the Cloverfield just hindered it from being a good movie. And I wound up being so confused and flabbergasted. Yeah, that's a nice word right there. Flabbergasted at the end that I just didn't enjoy it in the long run. So the Cloverfield paradox gets too just for effort. Like, it gets half a star for effort. It really gets 1.5 stars, but the cast is actually pretty good and the special effects are pretty good. So it gets 2 God particles out of 5. I just was let down by this, everybody. But like I said, this past year, the last 6, 7 weeks have not been great for movies for me. Nothing has really stood out as great, with the exception of Jumanji, and that came out last year. So I'm really hoping that the Black Panther is good, but based off of reviews and what people have told me from scenes they've seen and people talking about it, it looks like it's going to be one of the best Marvel movies ever. So I'll be seeing that next week. I'm going to see that Thursday. Hopefully I can get a review up quicker than I usually do. Then Sunday, I'll probably try to have that one up Friday or Saturday. But all in all, skip the Cloverfield Paradox. If you're just scrolling through Netflix, there's probably 100 other things that you could watch. I actually started watching Altered Carbon, which was really good. Movie wise, I couldn't really think of anything else new, but maybe this is something I'll try to do in the middle of the week. Like, I'll have my regular review, and then I'll have it came from Netflix. Well, if you all like this, let me know. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell notification so you can find out when I got my next review up. I try to put these things up every Sunday afternoon. I'll see you all next time, and peace out.